Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something many people avoid discussing, yet it is shaping the lives of millions. The hard truth about single people. Being single is often seen as a temporary phase, a waiting period before finding the right partner. Society tends to judge singles as lonely, incomplete, or even desperate, but the reality is far more nuanced and far more empowering than these cliches suggest. Being single is often misunderstood in our society. People tend to equate being in a relationship with being complete, as if love is the only measure of worth. Yet, being single is not a reflection of failure or inadequacy. It is a period of self-discovery, personal growth, and freedom. During this time, individuals have the opportunity to learn about themselves without outside influences. They can focus on personal development, explore hobbies, and build confidence. This stage is essential because it lays the foundation for healthier relationships in the future. In conclusion, singlehood is not a flaw. Many people believe that loneliness accompanies single life, but solitude is not the same as loneliness. Being single allows a person to reflect on their life choices, values, and ambitions without distraction. It provides clarity and perspective, fostering emotional resilience and independence. This period of self-awareness can strengthen decision-making skills and increase self-esteem. Single people often develop deeper connections with friends and family, which can provide long-lasting support. The emotional growth that occurs during singlehood prepares an individual for meaningful partnerships later. In conclusion, singlehood is an opportunity for emotional and personal enrichment. Singlehood also allows people to define their own happiness without the dependency on another person for validation. A single individual learns to create joy and satisfaction from within. This independence fosters strength and confidence, helping them establish boundaries and self-respect. They can pursue their passions without compromise, travel, explore interests, and experiment with new experiences. This freedom to design life on one's terms encourages self-expression and creativity. Ultimately, the lessons learned in self-reliance enhance future relationships and overall well-being. In conclusion, being single empowers a person to be authentically happy and self-sufficient. Another crucial aspect of being single is the ability to heal from past relationships. Many enter singlehood after heartbreak or emotional trauma, and this period allows time for introspection and recovery. By reflecting on past mistakes and understanding personal needs, individuals prevent repeating negative patterns in future relationships. Single life offers the space to regain emotional balance and rebuild confidence that may have been damaged. Healing ensures that a person enters future relationships as a whole, healthy individual rather than seeking completion from someone else. In conclusion, singlehood is a necessary phase for emotional restoration and growth. Being single encourages self-discovery and the pursuit of true passions. People often neglect personal goals while in relationships, prioritizing the needs of their partners. Singlehood allows full attention to career aspirations, hobbies, and personal achievements. By exploring and cultivating interests, individuals gain a sense of purpose and identity that is independent of a relationship. This clarity enhances life satisfaction and prepares a person for more balanced partnerships later. Ultimately, the fulfillment derived from personal achievements enriches their interactions with others. In conclusion, singlehood is a time to explore and embrace personal identity fully. During singlehood, individuals develop independence and resilience. Without relying on another for emotional support or validation, they learn to trust themselves and their judgment. They gain the ability to handle challenges, setbacks, and uncertainty on their own. This self-reliance cultivates strength of character, making them less likely to compromise personal values or settle in relationships out of fear. They become more selective, valuing quality over quantity in friendships and romantic connections. In conclusion, being single strengthens independence, resilience, and the ability to make empowered decisions. Being single also provides a unique opportunity to establish healthy habits. With time and focus directed inward, individuals can prioritize physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Exercise, mindfulness practices, hobbies, and self-care routines can be cultivated without compromise. Developing these habits builds confidence, emotional balance, and mental clarity. These foundations contribute to a more fulfilling life and enhance future relationships. By investing in themselves, single individuals create a life they genuinely enjoy. In conclusion, singlehood allows the cultivation of holistic well-being and a strong personal foundation. Another benefit of being single is the chance to build meaningful social connections. Without being preoccupied by a romantic partner, individuals have time to deepen friendships, expand networks, and form supportive communities. These connections provide emotional support, encouragement, and shared experiences. Friends often challenge perspectives, foster growth, and provide honest feedback that contributes to personal development. Building a strong social network enhances life satisfaction and provides stability in times of need. In conclusion, singlehood fosters rich, diverse, and meaningful relationships that support long-term happiness. Being single also fosters self-confidence in decision-making. Individuals learn to trust their instincts, make choices independently, and accept responsibility for outcomes. Without external influence, they develop clarity on priorities, values, and long-term goals. This independence translates into confidence, assertiveness, and a sense of personal empowerment. It reduces the tendency to compromise excessively or settle in relationships out of fear or insecurity. By mastering the art of decision-making, single individuals prepare themselves for healthier, more balanced partnerships in the future. In conclusion, singlehood cultivates self-assurance, empowerment, and clarity in life decisions. Finally, being single is a time to embrace freedom and self-expression. Individuals can explore personal style, interests, travel, and experiences without compromise or limitation. This freedom fosters creativity, curiosity, and self-awareness. By living authentically and fully, single people create a life they love, rather than conforming to societal expectations. They learn to enjoy their own company and celebrate independence as a strength rather than a deficiency. Ultimately, this period of self-expression enriches life and prepares them to enter relationships from a place of wholeness. In conclusion, singlehood is a gift of freedom, growth, and self-realization. Many people enter relationships for reasons that have little to do with genuine love or compatibility. Often, fear drives decisions more than clarity or understanding. Fear of loneliness, fear of judgment, and fear of missing out push individuals toward partners who may not align with their values or long-term goals. This impulsive approach can lead to temporary comfort but rarely fosters lasting fulfillment. Relationships based on fear or avoidance rather than conscious choice tend to create dissatisfaction, conflict, and emotional turbulence. In conclusion, entering a relationship without self-awareness or intention rarely leads to genuine happiness. Some individuals pursue relationships to fill emotional voids rather than to share joy. Childhood experiences, past heartbreak, or insecurity can leave people craving validation and affection. When these unmet needs guide relationship choices, individuals may overlook red flags or settle for partners who do not truly understand them. They confuse attachment with love, seeking someone to complete or rescue them. This dynamic creates imbalance, dependency, and emotional strain for both parties. In conclusion, relationships founded on emotional scarcity instead of mutual respect and connection are unlikely to thrive. Society also pressures people into relationships prematurely. Media, family expectations, and cultural norms often equate success with coupling. Social comparison amplifies feelings of inadequacy, making individuals feel behind if single. This external pressure encourages hasty commitments, compromising personal standards and values. People may choose partners to meet societal approval rather than personal fulfillment. The result is mismatched unions that can breed resentment and disappointment. In conclusion, succumbing to societal pressure leads many to enter relationships for appearances rather than genuine compatibility. Many pursue relationships out of convenience rather than genuine connection. It is easier to be with someone familiar than to navigate singlehood and self-reflection. Convenience-driven relationships often lack emotional depth, communication, and growth. Over time, the lack of intentionality becomes apparent, resulting in dissatisfaction, boredom, and disconnection. Partners may feel trapped or unfulfilled, yet resist change due to habit or fear of being alone. In conclusion, relationships formed for convenience rarely provide the growth, love, or satisfaction that intentional connections offer. Some people enter relationships to boost self-esteem. A partner's approval, attention, or affection can temporarily validate one's worth. However, basing self-worth on external validation is unstable and can lead to dependency or insecurity. Relationships motivated by ego or validation often lack genuine intimacy and emotional honesty. When the initial thrill fades, dissatisfaction or conflict emerges. Partners may struggle with power dynamics, jealousy, or insecurity. In conclusion, seeking a relationship to feel better about oneself undermines authenticity and emotional health in the long term. Financial or social benefits can also drive people into relationships for the wrong reasons. Some seek stability, status, or convenience rather than emotional connection. While practical considerations matter, prioritizing them over genuine compatibility can create resentment or imbalance. Over time, these relationships often expose misaligned priorities, values, or goals. Emotional fulfillment and mutual respect become secondary to material or social gain. In conclusion, relationships motivated primarily by external benefits rarely provide meaningful or lasting satisfaction. Fear of missing out, often referred to as FOMO, can also lead people to enter relationships prematurely. Observing peers coupling, celebrating anniversaries, or posting online can create urgency to catch up. This reactive approach ignores personal readiness, compatibility, and emotional alignment. Decisions made under pressure rarely produce long-term fulfillment and may result in repeated patterns of failed relationships. Emotional authenticity is sacrificed in favor of societal mimicry. In conclusion, acting out of fear of missing out undermines self-awareness and leads to relationships that lack depth. People sometimes enter relationships to escape self-reflection or personal challenges. Facing loneliness, emotional baggage, or unresolved issues is uncomfortable. Rather than addressing these challenges independently, individuals seek a partner as a distraction or temporary solution. This behavior prevents growth, perpetuates dependency, and often leads to conflict. Partners may become frustrated by unresolved personal issues, creating a cycle of disappointment. In conclusion, avoiding self-reflection by seeking a relationship hinders emotional growth and the potential for meaningful connection. Influence from friends or social circles can also mislead individuals. Peer advice, encouragement, or subtle pressure can push people into relationships without genuine alignment. While guidance can be helpful, decisions must be based on personal values and needs. Failing to prioritize self-awareness over social influence can result in mismatched unions. The consequences include emotional strain, resentment, and dissatisfaction for both partners. In conclusion, relationships should be entered consciously, not due to external influence or peer pressure. Finally, entering relationships for superficial attraction or fleeting desire is a common mistake. Physical chemistry or excitement alone is not sufficient to sustain long-term commitment. Relationships built solely on surface-level attraction often ignore compatibility, communication, and shared goals. Over time, the initial excitement fades, revealing misalignment or unmet needs. Couples may struggle with conflict, dissatisfaction, or drift apart entirely. In conclusion, superficial attraction without deeper understanding rarely sustains meaningful, fulfilling relationships. Society has a tendency to equate being in a relationship with success and happiness. From movies to social media, the narrative suggests that couples are fulfilled, happy, and complete. Singles, on the other hand, are often portrayed as lonely, incomplete, or failing in life. This comparison creates a constant sense of inadequacy among single people. It makes them question their worth and value simply because they are not part of a couple. In conclusion, societal pressure can distort the perception of singlehood, making individuals feel they are missing something essential. Family often reinforces societal expectations, consciously or unconsciously pressuring individuals to couple up. Questions like, when will you get married? Or why are you still single? May seem harmless but carry implicit judgment. Relatives may compare single members to married peers, creating a sense of competition or inadequacy. This constant questioning undermines self-confidence and can lead to stress, frustration, or impulsive decisions. Individuals may feel compelled to settle or compromise their standards just to satisfy family expectations. In conclusion, family pressure can exacerbate the feeling that being single is undesirable or wrong. Friends can also contribute to the societal narrative that singles are incomplete. Social gatherings, peer comparisons, or discussions about dating can intensify feelings of exclusion. Observing friends in relationships often amplifies anxiety about being single, making people feel left out or inadequate. The desire to fit in or avoid judgment can drive individuals into relationships prematurely. This creates a cycle where societal influence overshadows personal choice and happiness. In conclusion, peer pressure can distort the perception of singlehood and push people to prioritize conformity over self-awareness. Media and entertainment play a major role in shaping society's view of single people. Television, movies, and advertisements frequently portray love and coupling as the ultimate goal. Singlehood is often dramatized as lonely, uninteresting, or unfulfilling. Social media intensifies this effect, with curated posts showing romantic milestones, travel experiences, or couple moments. This constant exposure creates unrealistic expectations and comparisons, making singles feel inadequate. In conclusion, media perpetuates the idea that being single is a deficit rather than a choice or opportunity for growth. Cultural norms and traditions often enforce the idea that singlehood is undesirable. In many societies, there is an expectation to marry by a certain age or achieve milestones with a partner. Deviating from this prescribed path may invite judgment, criticism, or pity. People who remain single can be seen as failures or outsiders, even when they are content and thriving independently. This societal framework undervalues individuality and personal fulfillment. In conclusion, cultural pressures create external standards that make single individuals question their worth and life choices. Even subtle comments can contribute to the perception that singles are inadequate. Remarks about being lonely or missing out can make a person feel deficient. Well-meaning advice, comparisons, or jokes can reinforce societal expectations and feelings of pressure. Over time, these small comments accumulate, influencing self-esteem and personal confidence. They make single people feel as if they are incomplete or less successful than their coupled peers. In conclusion, even minor societal cues can create unnecessary feelings of inadequacy for single individuals. Society often rewards couples with recognition and validation. Engagements, weddings, anniversaries, and public displays of love are celebrated, while singles rarely receive similar acknowledgement for personal achievements. This lack of social reinforcement can make single people feel invisible or undervalued. Without consistent recognition for personal growth, career achievements, or individual accomplishments, singles may internalize the idea that their lives are less meaningful. In conclusion, societal reward systems favor relationships, contributing to feelings of inadequacy among single people. There is also a stereotype that singles are incomplete or immature. Society may assume that those who are single are avoiding responsibility, are indecisive, or are not ready for serious commitments. These assumptions can be discouraging and isolating. They disregard the fact that single individuals can be fulfilled, independent, and successful in multiple areas of life. This stereotype creates pressure to conform, often leading to decisions that prioritize appearance over authenticity. In conclusion, societal assumptions about maturity and completeness unfairly target single individuals and distort perceptions of worth. Social gatherings often highlight the differences between singles and couples. Events, parties, and celebrations frequently revolve around couples, romantic milestones, or family units. Singles may feel like outsiders, observing moments of intimacy or partnership they are not part of. This environment can exacerbate feelings of inadequacy and exclusion. Over time, repeated experiences of comparison or exclusion may create self-doubt and insecurity. In conclusion, social dynamics can amplify the societal message that singles are somehow deficient or missing out on life's meaningful experiences. Finally, the pressure to conform can influence major life decisions. Single individuals may feel compelled to rush relationships, compromise values, or enter partnerships prematurely. They may sacrifice personal goals or independence to align with societal expectations. This can lead to dissatisfaction, resentment, and unfulfilling relationships. It is essential to recognize that these pressures are external, not intrinsic, and that being single is a valid and fulfilling choice. In conclusion, society's constant messaging creates pressure, but understanding one's worth independently can overcome feelings of inadequacy. Being single removes the distractions of constant companionship, leaving individuals alone with their thoughts and emotions. In this solitude, people are confronted with their true selves, their strengths, weaknesses, fears, and desires. This process is often uncomfortable, as it forces them to examine unresolved issues or habits that may have been ignored. Facing oneself requires courage and honesty, but it is essential for growth and self-awareness. Without this introspection, individuals may repeat patterns or enter unhealthy relationships. In conclusion, singlehood creates the necessary space for self-reflection and authentic personal growth. Loneliness, though often feared, is a powerful teacher. When alone, people experience emotions they may have avoided, including sadness, insecurity, or anxiety. These emotions provide insights into personal needs and desires, revealing what truly matters in life. By confronting these feelings, individuals can develop emotional resilience and better understand their boundaries. Avoiding or distracting oneself from loneliness delays personal growth and emotional maturity. Singlehood challenges people to sit with discomfort, process emotions, and emerge stronger and more self-aware. In conclusion, facing solitude teaches emotional resilience and deeper understanding of oneself. Being single highlights areas of life that require improvement or attention. Without a partner to share responsibilities or provide support, individuals must rely entirely on themselves. This includes managing finances, planning for the future, and maintaining mental and physical well-being. Through these challenges, people develop independence, problem-solving skills, and accountability. They learn to prioritize their values, make decisions confidently, and address weaknesses constructively. These lessons are invaluable for both personal life and future relationships. In conclusion, singlehood fosters self-reliance, responsibility, and growth through direct engagement with life's challenges. Singlehood encourages self-discovery and exploration of passions. When alone, individuals have the freedom to pursue interests, hobbies, and ambitions without compromise. This allows them to uncover hidden talents, develop skills, and explore areas that bring joy and fulfillment. The process of discovering personal passions strengthens identity and builds confidence. It also ensures that future relationships are based on shared values and authentic connection rather than dependence or convenience. In conclusion, being single provides the freedom to understand and cultivate one's true self. Facing oneself also involves acknowledging past mistakes or unresolved issues. Being single offers the space to reflect on previous relationships, habits, and patterns that may have hindered growth. By recognizing these areas, individuals can learn valuable lessons about communication, boundaries, and self-respect. This awareness helps prevent repeating destructive behaviors in future relationships. Confronting personal shortcomings is not easy, but it is necessary for genuine transformation and maturity. In conclusion, singlehood provides the opportunity to face past mistakes and grow into a wiser, more self-aware individual. Singlehood fosters a deeper understanding of personal values and priorities. Without the influence of a partner, people can explore what truly matters to them: career, family, health, personal beliefs, and long-term goals. This clarity strengthens decision-making and ensures that future relationships align with personal values rather than external expectations. Understanding oneself in this way allows for intentional living, where choices reflect authentic desires rather than societal pressure or fear of being alone. In conclusion, being single creates the conditions for self-awareness and alignment with core values. Being alone highlights emotional strengths and weaknesses. Individuals gain insight into how they handle stress, disappointment, and conflict. They learn to regulate emotions, cope with challenges, and maintain balance without relying on others for comfort or reassurance. This process builds emotional intelligence, self-confidence, and resilience, which are essential for meaningful relationships and personal success. Avoiding these lessons can lead to dependence or emotional instability in future partnerships. In conclusion, singlehood teaches emotional awareness, regulation, and the ability to thrive independently. Singlehood also encourages mindfulness and presence. Without constant external focus, individuals become more aware of their thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. This heightened awareness promotes self-understanding, reflection, and intentional living. People learn to appreciate their own company, value solitude, and engage deeply with their own experiences. Mindfulness cultivated during singlehood improves relationships, personal satisfaction, and overall well-being. It allows individuals to approach life and love from a place of calm, centered awareness rather than distraction or avoidance. In conclusion, being single develops mindfulness, self-awareness, and appreciation of one's own existence. Facing oneself while single also cultivates authenticity. Without the need to please or compromise for a partner, individuals can express their true opinions, desires, and boundaries freely. This honesty with oneself fosters integrity and self-respect. Living authentically during singlehood ensures that future relationships are built on genuine connection rather than pretense or conformity. It allows individuals to attract partners who align with their true selves rather than an image or expectation. In conclusion, singlehood encourages authenticity, self-respect, and alignment between inner values and outward actions. Finally, being single prepares individuals for healthier relationships. By confronting fears, understanding personal needs, and developing emotional resilience, they enter future partnerships as complete, self-aware, and confident individuals. Singlehood teaches lessons that cannot be learned in dependency or distraction. It cultivates patience, intentionality, and discernment in choosing a partner. Ultimately, the process of facing oneself transforms solitude into a powerful period of preparation for meaningful connection and life fulfillment. In conclusion, singlehood equips individuals with the self-knowledge and strength necessary for authentic, lasting relationships.